As the race for the White House intensifies between Joe Biden and President Donald Trump, the role of TV ads and social media is significant more than ever. But how is the rise of digital ads changing the advertising game in American politics? Our editor Lamin Jai, who is on U.S. elections 2020 report on duty, tells us more in this report.
Advancement in technology, the internet and by extension social media has had a big impact on the political and socio-economic life of almost every country in the world in the past decade. America leads in technology advancement, so it would come as little surprise if the impact of the internet or social media is greatest in the country. According to the Pew Research Center, around 7 in 10 Americans today use social media to connect with one another, engage with news content, share information, and entertain themselves. The Washington, D.C.-based think tank revealed at least 70% of Americans today uses some type of social media, compared with 5% in 2005 when it began tracking social media use among Americans. As more Americans have adopted social media, the social media user base has also grown more representative of the broader population, according to the Pew Research Center. Young adults were among the earliest social media adopters and continue to use these sites at high levels, but usage by older adults has also increased in recent years, the center said. American politicians are nowadays relying heavily on social media to get their messages across to voters. Because of its dependability in terms of audience, various social media platforms are being targeted.
One of the reasons that the Obama campaign did very well in 2008 was because it was one of the first presidential campaigns ever to make use of a platform called Facebook. Facebook was founded in 2004. It was a relatively new tool still in 2008. But one of Barack Obama's key strategists was one of the founders of Facebook. And he and others helped the campaign understand how to use this platform as an organizing tool. The campaigns had never before had a tool that they could use to engage voters so effectively, and a communications tool. And some media outlets actually, realizing how big a deal this was, they called 2008 the Facebook election.
In 2016, Donald Trump used Twitter in a different way and more effectively than any other candidate had before to bypass the media completely and get his message directly to the people, according to Wise.
He obviously is still doing that when he is president. He tweets all day and all night, lots of all caps, lots of exclamation marks, even when he's in the hospital.
The rise of the social media and its adoption in terms of advertising is having a big impact on traditional media in America. The cost, for example, is far apart.
To give you a benchmark, I think a 30-second spot on primetime network TV would be about $100,000 for one ad. You can spend so much less on a digital ad. So the slide that we looked at before that showed that Facebook ad, that was what, a $40,000 ad spend that was much more targeted and had the opportunity to be much more effective, and you knew exactly how many people it reached.
Although Americans' knack for social media is growing and fast, traditional media, however, still retains some importance in terms of advertising.
So again, campaigns are still spending money on TV ads because they do reach a certain demographic. Again, that older demographic, the people who are more likely to be watching cable TV, who tend to be really at this point almost 50 and over if you're really looking at the TV ratings. There's still an audience to capture. And so there is money to be spent, and those ads are very expensive.
There is every indication social media will only continue to grow more and more popular. As this takes place, more and more people's eyeballs and attention would be taken away from traditional media, which could present more problems for them.